on my way down. Back to the university, like took the video straight around, okay? Straight around down by the rock, down by the rock zero. Are you doing boys thing too? Yeah. Straight around, do the right now. How's this? I think it was good. Just the guys' game said to keep up a little bit. Sometimes you just missed a few things. But yeah.
It was so fast.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to move it quick.
Is the women's game good?
Huh?
Is the women's game good?
I think it was okay. Yeah.
emergency situation, exit the building and await further instruction. Be mindful of your surroundings and other spectators. Profanity and verbal abuse will not be tolerated and will result in your removal from the event. Washrooms are located throughout the facility. Please ask an event staff member for additional assistance. Thank you for your attendance today. Enjoy the event.
Welcome to the McMillan Center for Community Engagement for today's ACAA basketball game featuring the St. Thomas Tommies versus your Holland Hurricanes. In the spirit of reconciliation, we acknowledge that the land upon which we gather is unceded Mi'kmaq territory. We pay our respects to indigenous Mi'kmaq people who have occupied this island for over 12,000 years, past, present, and future. We now ask that you please rise to the plane of our national anthem.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this afternoon's ACAA women's basketball matchup between the visiting St. Thomas Tommies and the hometown Holland College Hurricanes. A rematch of a game that happened yesterday afternoon here at the McMillan Center for Community Engagement. On your screen, you see the starting lineup for St. Thomas. No changes from yesterday's starting five. And tough to say which one player to really keep an eye on, as it's such a balanced lineup up and down. One player to keep an eye on perhaps might be number 4, Kylie Roy. She got into foul trouble early on yesterday, and as a result wasn't as impactful as perhaps Coach Fred Connors would have liked her to be. But again, a very balanced St. Thomas lineup, both starting five and from the bench. And here's your starting five for the Holland College Hurricanes, who won yesterday, 69-64, a 5-game win streak. And again, it's tough to single out just one player. Alexa Rancourt, number 9, defending ACAA Player of the Year, was 1 rebound away from a double-double yesterday, had 20 points and 9 rebounds. Number 8, Lauren Armstrong, did have a double-double with 17 points. She leads the league in scoring, averaging just over 16 points per game. So 2 very important players for Holland College. And in talking with head coach Chris Connolly before the game, he mentioned that energy early on is going to be important against a physical St. Thomas team, especially coming off of what was a tough win yesterday. Holland College had a big lead in the first half, saw it evaporate early in the second half, but did manage to come back and win by 5 to maintain their hold on first place. And we'll give you a little more information about the standings here as we go, as Armstrong wins the jump ball. And the Hurricanes will have the game's first possession. That's Fatea Talbot. Looking for someone. Now finds Amy Plaganoff. We're going to get I think an issue with the shot clock here. Looked like the shot clock reset in the middle of the possession. So Holland College will keep possession here. Again, currently in first place in the ACAA standings. There's Talbot taking the inbound over to Stedman. Less than 10 on the shot clock now. Armstrong cutting through. Watched there by Charlie Connors, another important Tommy player. Armstrong, that pass misses Stedman. And whether it's a shot clock violation or out of bounds, however you want to call it, it is Tommy's basketball. So a big stop there by the Tommies defensively to open up this game. Here's Katie Vedito. She had a team high in points yesterday. There's Roy, mentioned her off the top, three-point shot off the rim. Alyssa Jeffrey, good strong rebound. Jeffrey now cuts into the key. Watch there by Rancourt. Nice kiss off the backboard for Alyssa Jeffrey to get the Tommies on the board and open up the scoring. Armstrong over to Talbot. Talbot trying to dance around Roy. Roy stands her ground. Now here's Molly Stedman with it. Stedman, her pass, looking for Plaganoff in the corner, but it wasn't far enough, and it's intercepted by Jeffrey. So 2 consecutive stops by St. Thomas. Connors almost lost her foot. Three-point shot by Paige LeBlanc is no good, and the rebound bounces around. Stedman and Rancourt battling for it. And the Tommies are going to take possession on the jump ball. Another thing Coach Connolly mentioned when I chatted with him before the game was he wants his team to take better care of the ball. Felt that there were a lot of turnovers yesterday, 28 in total for his team. So already 2 here early on for the hometown Hurricanes. Jeffrey goes up for 3, and she drains it. 5-point lead here, opening minute and a half for St. Thomas. Armstrong into the corner for Stedman. Stedman runs the baseline, back up top for Armstrong. She takes a shot for 3, gets an unfriendly bounce off the rim. And once again, St. Thomas with a defensive stop. Hurricanes yet to hit the scoreboard here. Jeffrey trying to get around Plaganoff and steps on the baseline. Good positional defense by Plaganoff there. And we have our first substitution of the game. Akiva Brown will sub out Plaganoff. Yeah, maybe fresh legs going to be important for both teams here. Less than 24 hours ago, they were locked in a tight battle. Stedman to Talbot. Hurricanes still looking for the first points of the game. Here's Rancourt. Rancourt looking for someone, loses her dribble, finds Stedman underneath the basket. She couldn't handle the pass though, and it will stay Hurricanes ball. Brown will look to inbound. 4 seconds on the shot clock, and miscommunication with Stedman there. And Talbot not there fast enough, so another turnover for Holland College. Again, that was one of Connolly's keys to the game for his squad, is to limit the turnovers, but 3 early here, just over 2 minutes in. St. Thomas with a 5-0 lead. That's Charlie Connors trying to get around Rancourt. Connors spins, blocked by Rancourt. Rancourt will knock it out of bounds, so the Tommies will maintain possession with 6 on the shot clock. Kylie Roy yells out directions. Connors puts up a long 2 off the backboard. Armstrong collects the rebound. Swings it across the court to Rancourt. Rancourt looking for Brown. Good interception there by Connors. Up ahead for Kylie Roy. Roy's layup misses, and Rancourt has the rebound for Holland. Quickly up for Akiva Brown. One-handed pass out of the hands of Molly Stedman. And it's another Hurricane turnover. Alyssa Jeffrey, running point for the Tommies. Jeffrey trying to get around Brown. Again, good positional defense by Brown there. Katie Vedito. Connors, now it's Kylie Roy with the shot clock winding down, trying to get around Talbot. Swings it up top for Jeffrey, and Jeffrey at the buzzer can't get it over the rim. And Holland College will now look to hit the scoreboard here. Swinging out wide, Armstrong for 3. A little long, and the Tommies take the defensive rebound, and it's another stop for the Tommies defensively. Here's Alyssa Jeffrey. Jeffrey bobbles it. Gets it over to Paige LeBlanc. LeBlanc looking for Roy. Has her. Roy finds a lane. Layup goes up. And I think they're going to say that is off Roy on the rebound attempt and out of bounds. St. Thomas with a 3-6 record, sitting in 5th place. One thing Hurricanes coach Connolly mentioned was Tommies are a team much better than their record. But again, a win here for St. Thomas would be very important as they go into a back-to-back next weekend against UNB St. John, who currently sit a game behind them in the standings. Brown, that's over the head of Stedman. And these big cross-court passes, not really working for Holland so far, and Connolly will take a timeout, try to settle things down. Again, St. Thomas holding on to a 5-0 lead right now. Holland College sitting at 9-2 in first in the ACAA. Mount Allison sitting in second at 8-2 with Mount St. Vincent at 8-3. Kings in fourth at 7-4. Worth noting, Mount A beat Kings yesterday and will play them again in a rematch at Kings today at 3 o'clock. So under an hour from now, we'll have tip-off on that game, and we'll try and give you updates on that one as we go. Because again, as we approach the playoffs, every game becomes a little more important. Holland College, this is the second of 6 home games in a row for them. They will retake the court next Saturday here in Charlottetown against last place Crandall, sitting at 1-11. Both teams coming into this game on opposing streaks, going in opposite directions. Holland has won 5 in a row. St. Thomas has lost 4 in a row. But it's the visiting Tommies up to an early 5-0 lead. But if anyone tuned in yesterday, you know that either one of these teams can pour it on offensively when they need to. Again, Holland was led by as much as 17 in the second quarter before seeing that lead disappear. STU had a lead by, I believe, 6 at one point in the third quarter before Holland came back for the win. Here's freshman Claudia Steves. Gets it over to Brianna Bartley. Swings it wide. Now Connors has it. She puts up a 3 off the rim. Good, strong rebound by Bartley. Rebound bounces around, and it's Brown. And it's off of Bartley's hand, I believe, and out of play. Both teams making some substitutions during that timeout. Here's one of them, Carissa George, in the game for Holland. Directing some traffic, bounces it down to Rancourt. Rancourt wants Armstrong underneath the basket, finds her, and Lauren Armstrong underneath the basket. Great find by Alexa Rancourt, and Armstrong puts Holland on the board. As we approach the 5-minute mark, miscommunication there between Steves and Vidito. Pass goes awry, and Holland will take possession. More subs rolling in for St. Thomas as they get some of their starters back into the game. That last shot by Armstrong was a spot where she missed from a couple times yesterday uncharacteristically. Here's Rancourt driving the lane, and she'll draw the foul. And she'll go to the line for 2. I believe that foul is on Kylie Roy. I think the first foul of the game for either team here. As Rancourt makes good on the first attempt. And Rancourt goes 2 for 2, and a correction, that foul was called on Michaela Hansen of the Tommies. Roy running point, directing traffic for Stu. And we get a quick foul called. I think it's going to be on Lauren Armstrong. She and Bartley were locked in a battle right in front of the St. Thomas bench. Hansen, watched there by Isabel McGagan, made her Hurricanes debut yesterday. As George can't stop LeBlanc, and LeBlanc will go to the line for 2 on the foul by George. just over the halfway point of the quarter. Paige LeBlanc makes good on her first attempt. Can restore a 3-point lead if she makes this one. And LeBlanc, nothing but net on the second attempt. And STU has a 7-4 lead, so neither team able to find a lot of traction here offensively. And it's another turnover by the Canes, though. It's been their kryptonite here this afternoon. So many turnovers early on. And we're going to get a foul called there, I think, on Kiva Brown. The Hurricanes, in short order, have racked up 3 consecutive fouls. Roy inbounds. That is off the hands of LeBlanc and out of play, so Holland gets a turnover of their own. Again, both teams stuttering a little bit offensively here. Very similar to yesterday. Both teams had to kind of feel each other out for a little bit. And you wonder if that quick turnaround, again, it was a 4 o'clock tip-off yesterday afternoon. So the game ended just 20 hours ago as it's another turnover by Armstrong. Steves goes up for 3 off the rim. Plaganoff bats the rebound to Armstrong, and Armstrong will look to strike quickly here for Holland College. Now she'll settle things down. Over the top, great pass for Brown, who can't hang on to it. Now she turns it over, trying to keep it in bounds. And it's Roy back the other way for STU. Bounce pass into the corner for Bartley, and it's another unforced error. Both teams trading turnovers here. And again, I mentioned it a moment ago, you wonder if the quick turnaround maybe is affecting these teams, who no doubt are at this point very familiar with each other. This is the 3rd game between these two teams. Second in as many days, though, here in Charlottetown. George inbounds for Armstrong. Armstrong up ahead for Rancourt. Rancourt can't get it over half, though. It looks like the dribble hit her foot. And it's Jeffrey forcing the jump ball. And that's going to be St. Thomas ball. Good effort by Jeffrey. Again, another miscue by the Hurricanes. But St. Thomas yet to capitalize on a lot of these turnover opportunities, and that's a jump ball forced by Rancourt and McGagan teaming up there on Charlie Connors. So 4 minutes left in the first quarter, low scoring. Hardly call it a defensive battle, as both teams have created a lot of mistakes themselves. There's McGagan for 3, no good. Plaganoff looking for the rebound. Diving into the stands, trying to keep it in. But the effort goes... Oh, I thought they were going to say that was off Plaganoff. It's going to be Holland ball. Looked like some confusion there. A lot of Holland players thought it was going to be awarded to St. Thomas as well. But in any case, it is the Hurricanes with possession. Here's Plaganoff, goes around the horn. Looking for McGagan in the corner. McGagan looking for a deflection call. No luck there, and it'll be St. Thomas ball. So again, the Hurricanes wasting a possession there, and a second chance possession after the second chance opportunity. Connors harassed there by McGagan and Rancourt. And it's going to be Rancourt getting called for a foul. 3:34 left. Hurricanes up to 4 fouls, so St. Thomas will have the bonus on the next one. Here's Kylie Roy trying to get around Plaganoff. The pass goes into the middle, bounces around. Now it's Jeffrey with it. Left-hand layup by Jeffrey doesn't go. Connors with the rebound, and that's another foul on Alexa Rancourt. And this one will result in free throws for Charlie Connors. And we're going to get a pair of substitutions here. Rancourt and Armstrong going off for the Hurricanes. Talbot and Stedman back on the court now. Connors at the line for 2. around the world on the first one. Connors calmly goes 2 for 2. Restores a 5-point lead. But again, neither team really able to find their footing here in the first quarter. Here's Molly Stedman. Some great ball movement there by the Hurricanes. Now it's George driving the lane. Her layup doesn't go. George battles for the rebound. It's McGagan who comes up for it, and I believe it's going to be... It looked like it was off of Connors and out of bounds, but the refs are going to say it's off of... And the refs are going to make a correction. They are going to say it's Holland ball. I'm going to say it looked like a couple of Tommies were battling for the ball and knocked it out of bounds. McGagan to inbound, over the top for Stedman. Bumped there by LeBlanc. And LeBlanc will get called for the foul. 3:07 left, still 9-4. Not the offensive explosion we saw yesterday evening. George trying to get around Roy. Bodies her way through, and we're going to get a travel called on Carissa George. Alyssa Jeffrey for the Tommies. Watched there by Molly Stedman. Jeffrey down low to Connors. Connors looking for someone. Still has her dribble. Chooses to swing it out to Vedito. Katie Vedito for 3, no good. That's a good, strong defensive rebound by Molly Stedman. And George will look to answer for Holland College. Bounces it over to McGagan. She'll settle things down. Tries to cross over Jeffrey. Looking for an option. Has Patea Talbot. Big block there by Katie Vedito. And with 7 on the shot clock, the Canes will maintain possession. Quick inbound to Stedman. Over to Plaganoff. Plaganoff gets around Claudia Steves. Long jumper doesn't go. And they can't beat the shot clock. Looked like Claudia Steves got a hand on that shot by Plaganoff. Plaganoff had 13 points in yesterday's win. But again, a slow start offensively for both teams. Jeffrey trying to get around Stedman. Does, and we're going to get a foul call on Stedman. Looks like Jeffrey was wrapping her arm around Stedman to try and get around her, but Stedman called for the foul. Jeffrey nothing but net on her first shot, and we have a team in double digits. And Jeffrey and the Tommies have opened up an 11-4 lead. 2:06 left before the end of the first quarter. Armstrong back into the game. First time we're seeing Allie Forbes this weekend, number 15 for Holland College. Armstrong swings it over to Plaganoff, splits a couple of Tommy's defenders, looking for Stedman. She can't handle the pass. That's 3 or 4 times that the Canes have been looking for Stedman, but the pass has been just over her head. Good read there by Plaganoff to create the turnover. Now Armstrong goes in, and she will draw a foul. It's on Claudia Steves. Hurricanes are moving the ball decently well as they're going down the court. It's when they're getting those sustained possessions they're getting into trouble with the turnovers. Again, these free throws, the product of a great defensive read by Amy Plaganoff. And Armstrong goes 1 for 2. Stedman bats the rebound into the corner for Armstrong. Now here's Plaganoff, wide open 3. off the back of the rim. Another offensive rebound by Stedman, though. Third chance opportunity for the Hurricanes here, and Vitea Talbot gets the hoop and the harm. So Holland making good on a couple of good offensive rebounds by Molly Stedman. Vitea Talbot is the beneficiary. The Hurricanes struggled to get offensive rebounds yesterday, but a couple of good ones there by Stedman. And now Vitea Talbot can complete the three-point play. She does just that, and it's a three-point game. Kylie Roy down low for the Tommies, battling with Talbot. Connors bobbles the pass in front of her bench, plays the body on Allie Forbes. Connors drives to the hoop, gets the shot up. Second chance opportunity doesn't go, and Armstrong takes the defensive rebound. Long stretch pass for Stedman. Reverse layup doesn't go, and there's Vedito to take the rebound. Minute left in the quarter. Three-point game. Low-scoring game so far, but the pace starting to pick up now as Roy gets an off-balance layup. Armstrong takes the inbound. Talbot was pleading the officials for something. Now she'll get the pass, step up to the three-point line. In on Hansen, gets it over to Forbes. Forbes, jump shot. That goes awry. Lots of time was left on the shot clock there. There's about an 8-second difference here between shot clock and game clock. Alyssa Jeffrey off the back of the rim, and Armstrong boots the defensive rebound out of bounds. Armstrong, all 11 of her rebounds in yesterday's game came in the defensive end. Couldn't handle that one though. 23.5 seconds left. 14 on the shot clock here, so very good chance that Holland will get another possession here to finish the quarter off. But St. Thomas would like to take a big lead here as Charlie Connors for three does just that. It's an 8-point deficit for Holland College with 12 seconds left in the quarter, no shot clock. Brown over to Talbot. 7 left in the quarter. 5, Talbot. Looks to get around Vedito. Goes up with the shot. No good. Brown takes the foul call. She'll have 2 free throws to try and cut into this lead. 1.2 seconds left in the quarter. Charlie Connors, guilty party on that foul. It's an 8-point STU lead right now. And Akiva Brown, unlucky bounce there, keeps it at 8. That one's short, so it will stay an 8-point St. Thomas lead as we head into the second quarter. Neither team impressing very much offensively, trying to find their footing. But they have 2 minutes here to regroup and come back with a good battle plan for the second quarter. We'll take a quick break here and rejoin you in a moment for the second quarter. Getting set to rejoin the action here in a few seconds' time. 16-8 the score. And we'll show you the stats here in a moment from the first quarter. A lot of low numbers, a lot of high numbers. Neither team shooting the ball particularly well. And I did mention off the top, head coach Chris Connolly, one thing he wanted his team to do a better job of was taking care of the ball, and 15 turnovers in the first quarter. Something that the Hurricanes definitely need to clean up if they want to keep pace and get back in this game. Again, 8 points, not insurmountable by any stretch of the imagination. Hurricanes led by as much as 17 yesterday before seeing that lead vanish. The roles have changed here on Sunday afternoon. St. Thomas with an early 8-point lead as we have begun the second quarter. There's Alyssa Jeffrey. Jeffrey watched by Stedman. Armstrong almost got a hand on that, but it's Connors. Floater shot goes up, doesn't go. And now Rancourt will look to strike back quickly. The pass, Stedman lets that bounce past her to Talbot. Talbot up top for Armstrong. Armstrong directing some traffic, gets it to Carissa George. George looking to get around Hansen, swings it over to Rancourt. Long range jumper by Rancourt, good. One shot, one basket for Holland College on their first possession of the second quarter. Cutting into this lead quickly. STU now, that's Hansen beyond the three-point line, gets it to DeDito. DeDito fakes the shot, tries to get around George, lost the handle on it, gets it to Connors. She puts up a three. That's off the rim, and Bedito, I think, is going to be the one who knocks that out of bounds. The referees say it was. So 2 stops early on here for Holland College. Again, looking to get back in this game, rediscover their offensive form. Armstrong, wide open under the net is Molly Stedman. She makes a 4-point STU lead. Good start to the second quarter here by the Canes as Connors pinned by a pair of Hurricanes defenders. And Talbot maybe just a little too aggressive. The officials called a foul on her. Possession will stay with the Tommies. Roy inbounds to Connors. Connors and Armstrong matched up against each other will be a fun matchup to watch. That shot by Hansen misses. Connors keeps it in bounds though. Benito swings it all the way over for Jeffrey. Long 3-point shot, and Alyssa Jeffrey capitalizes for STU. Seven-point STU lead. George swings it to Armstrong. Armstrong with a lane. Floating shot goes up, no good. Another offensive rebound by Stedman though. She had a few of those in the first quarter, and that pass for Armstrong misses her. It's another turnover for the Hurricanes. Jeffrey across half to Bartley. Bartley, Paige LeBlanc all alone in the corner, but the pass was deflected. And that allowed Matea Talbot to come over and take the pass away from LeBlanc. Talbot now for Armstrong. Armstrong looking for a little room, tries to get around Jeffrey, throws it into the middle. She's going to draw a foul on Alyssa Jeffrey. I think it was a late one after the pass. Flagging off and McGagan checking back in for the Hurricanes. Talbot and Molly Stedman will take a break. Stedman, by my count, 3 offensive rebounds here in this game. And Rancourt draws the foul there. Again, offensive rebounds are something that Holland College struggled to get yesterday. And Rancourt to the line. That foul was on Alyssa Jeffrey. It's her second of the game. Rancourt misses the free throw. 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. It's a 7-point STU lead. Rancourt nothing but net on the second attempt. Marley Olden into the game now. As Jeffrey with her 2 fouls will take a break, presumably to manage some of those fouls. It was Kylie Roy who was in foul trouble yesterday for St. Thomas. Roy with it, and she'll draw a foul as she kicked the pass out to Bartley. Carissa George, the guilty party on that foul. So not many fouls to speak of in that first quarter. Each team with 2 here in the early stages of the second quarter. It's already the second on Carissa George. Roy finds Holton. Benito for LeBlanc. LeBlanc. Back for Holton. LeBlanc wanted a 3-point shot, splits the D, puts one up at the buzzer, and McGagan takes the rebound and draws the foul. Brianna Bartley guilty of the foul there. Good job by McGagan to fight off a pair of Tommies for the rebound. Press being applied here by the Tommies. George and Armstrong playing give and go. George just gets across half court. Still with the ball, looking for someone to open up. Now finds a lane. George going to try and do it herself. Puts a shot up. That doesn't go. And now George got her hand on that one and knocked it out of bounds. St. Thomas is making substitutions, delaying the inbound, but now they have possession, up 6. And I believe that was their biggest lead they had yesterday. It was 6 against these Hurricanes. They've led by 7 here today, and LeBlanc draws the foul on McGagan. McGagan's feet were moving. We call it a push. Call it what you will, it's still a foul. And LeBlanc will have 2 free throws. LeBlanc restores the 7-point lead, catching the biggest of the game for the Tommies. Hurricanes have yet to have a lead in this game. And LeBlanc nothing but net on her second attempt. It's an 8-point lead. Armstrong up ahead for Talbot. Good full court pressure here by the Tommies, but the Hurricanes break it. Great play there by Kylie Roy to pick the pocket of Armstrong. And that's Ella DeLorme drawing the jump ball against 3 Hurricanes. And the Hurricanes will keep possession here, though. 14 on the shot clock. An 8-point STU lead. Over the top for Rancourt. Now down low for Armstrong, and Kylie Roy, I believe, is going to get called for a reach there. No argument from Roy or her head coach, Fred Connors, on that one. Rancourt takes the inbound. McGagan fakes the 3-point shot and gets caught traveling. Thought McGagan might have had time to put up the 3-point attempt, but another turnover, another unforced error by the Hurricanes offensively. Kylie Roy. Bounce pass to DeLorme. DeLorme swings it over to LeBlanc. Pass was a little off target. LeBlanc did well to haul that one in. Now it's down low for DeLorme. DeLorme puts up a jump shot. That's no good, and Armstrong, another defensive rebound for Lauren Armstrong. Plaganoff for 3, off the front of the rim, and Benito, the only person around that rebound. And St. Thomas will look to extend their lead now. And a foul called, I believe it's going to be Matea Talbot again. And Talbot will promptly get subbed out in favor of Molly Stedman. And St. Thomas will call timeout. Up 8 as we approach the halfway mark of the second quarter. Reminder to stick around about 20 minutes after the conclusion of this game for men's basketball action between St. Thomas and Holland College. Holland College with a big 30-point win in the men's game yesterday evening. Right now it's the women playing, and as mentioned, a rematch of yesterday. The Hurricanes and Tommies traded leads a few times yesterday, but it's been all St. Thomas with the lead here today. Pretty impressive defensive performance by St. Thomas so far. Lauren Armstrong and Alexa Rankor are the two leading scorers in the conference. They've been fairly quiet. Now LeBlanc for three, off the back of the rim, and it's a scrambly rebound. Not sure who really had it at any point, but call it a jump ball, and that'll stay with the Tommies. Roy now to Vedito on the inbound. Vedito. She puts up an off-balance layup. That doesn't go. Wondered if she was looking for a foul call. Doesn't get one. It's Plaganoff now quickly back the other way for the Hurricanes. Loses the dribble, gets it to Rancourt at the top of the key. Rancourt looking for a lane. Now she loses her dribble. Underneath to McGagan. Off-balance shot. And Isabel McGagan gets the hoop and the harm. And she'll go to the line to try and complete a three-point play. Maybe the spark the Hurricanes needed. McGagan in her second game with the Hurricanes. Three-point play completed, and it's a 5-point game thanks to an impressive off-balance play by Isabel McGagan. Press applied by Holland College. Roy bumped by Armstrong, and the contact knocked her back over half court. So it's a backcourt violation, and Holland College will have possession now. Inbound into the corner for Plaganoff, up top for Armstrong. Fakes out DeLorme, corner of the key, jump shot off the front of the rim, and DeLorme takes the rebound. Stu looking back the other way. Armstrong almost got a hand on that pass. As it's now Vedito with it. Bounce pass down low for DeLorme. Back for Vedito. Cross court for LeBlanc. Top of the key. Off the back of the rim, and it's Rancourt with a good strong rebound there, but dribbles right into Marley Olton. And the jump ball will be called. It will be, I believe, Holland College basketball by virtue of the jump ball. Plaganoff, overhand pass to Rancourt. Rancourt loses the dribble, surrounded by a trio of Tommies, and the team is just trading jump balls here. And this time it's St. Thomas who take possession. You see Holland with a press being applied there, broken easily by Alyssa Jeffrey. And Stedman doing what she does best, getting a hand on the ball. Knocks it out of bounds, and the Tommies will maintain possession. Molly Stedman with that long reach, disrupting things consistently in the defensive zone. And now takes control of that rebound. Stedman, a few rebounds to her name here this afternoon. Armstrong looking for a lane, leaves it for McGagan. Thought about a three-point shot. Looking for a little room, finds it, and is going to get called for the offensive foul. Don't know if there's much doubt about that one. Her and Jeffrey have suddenly been locked in a fun matchup here in the second quarter, but McGagan will get subbed off. Jeffrey, watched by Stedman. Plaganoff jumps the pass. She's going to get called for a foul. And the bonus is in effect for both teams here. 3:51 to go before halftime. STU up 5. Charlie Connors to shoot 2. And St. Thomas continues their impressive free throw shooting. Connors goes 2 for 2. And STU leads by 7 once again. That's Plaganoff up top for Rancourt, out of her reach. Rancourt corrals it and puts it off the foot of Armstrong. And it's Olton back the other way. Watched by Armstrong, kicks it out for Vedito. Vedito thought about a three-point shot. Good hustle by Stedman to prevent that. Ball goes all the way around the three-point line. Now Connors has it in the corner. Looking for a little space on Plaganoff. Connors with the size advantage, draws the foul. And once again, Connors will go to the line for 2. Second foul on Plaganoff in as many possessions. .22 before the halftime break. Connors once again makes it look easy on her first attempt. And Charlie Connors essentially automatic from the free throw line here this afternoon. And it's a 9-point STU lead, biggest lead of the game they've had. Again, they've led since the opening minutes here. Holland College yet to have a lead in this game. Nice pass there by George to get it over the top for Rancourt, and we're going to get a block called, I believe, on Connors. And Rancourt, slow to get up, looks to be okay. She'll go to the line for 2 to try and cut into this Tommy lead. Rancourt went 0 for 2 her first time up to the line, but makes that one look easy. Off the back of the rim on the second attempt. Nykiva Brown creating a turnover. Great effort by Nykiva Brown. To create the turnover, and Holland College will steal a possession here, as we're now in the late stages of the first half. 3:11 to go. Hurricanes down 8. Armstrong, she's been the catalyst for a lot of Holland's offense this season. Gets it over to Rancourt, another one of the catalysts. Loses the handle on that one. It's another turnover forced by the Tommies. Vedito now leaves it for Jeffrey. Jeffrey over to Connors, swings it quickly down to Bartley. Jeffrey crashes down low, watched there by Stedman. Had Vedito for a moment, now swings it all the way up top for Roy. Roy gets around George, layup doesn't go. Good battle there by Roy to get the rebound, but it's Carissa George who ends up coming away with it. Goes end to end, big block there by Katie Vedito, her second block of the game. Block goes out of bounds, so Holland will keep possession. Again, Katie Vedito doing it at both ends of the court this weekend. She was STU's leading scorer yesterday, but doing it in the defensive end here this afternoon. Armstrong, hook shot floater, gets it to go. Almost looked like Armstrong almost surprised herself on that one, but there's Vedito all alone off the corner of the rim, and Rancourt takes the rebound quickly back for Holland, who trail by 6. Stedman, baseline jumper. Nothing but net for Molly Stedman, cuts the lead to 4. And STU will call timeout. And a flurry of action for Holland College has cut the lead from 9 down to 4. Thanks in part to a nice turnover created by Nykiva Brown, and then a good baseline jumper by Molly Stedman. Bonus still in effect for both teams. Again, late stages of the first half, STU up 4. Remind you of the standings implications of this game. Holland College at 9-2, sitting in first place, only 2 points ahead of both Mount Allison and Mount St. Vincent. Mount Allison will play Kings today at 3 o'clock. Mount St. Vincent has the weekend off and will play Kings next weekend. Looks like Mount A and Mount St. Vincent also scheduled for a matchup next weekend. That could have massive standings implications. But right now, Holland just looking for a way to get past St. Thomas, trailing by 4, 2 minutes left before halftime. George almost creates a turnover. STU does get it over half. Armstrong gets a hand on that pass. Bartley gets around Brown, puts a shot up. Scrambly play for St. Thomas here. Connors comes away with it, goes up with a layup, gets her own rebound, and draws a foul. Warning issued to St. Thomas bench. And it's a technical against St. Thomas now. STU coach not happy with some of the calls maybe missed down in that flurry of action. So I believe they're going to shoot the technical free throw first. And then Charlie Connors will have 2 free throws. It'll be Armstrong to take the technical shot for the Hurricanes. And Armstrong misses. Unlucky bounce. Bounces off the rim there. Now Connors will have 2 to try and extend STU's lead. Minute 46 to go before the break. And again, Connors has been automatic from the line this afternoon. Continues her hot streak from the free throw line. And it's a 6-point STU lead as McGagan subs out Molly Stedman. Armstrong up ahead quickly for Rancourt. Rancourt into the corner for McGagan. McGagan all the way across the court looking for Armstrong. Intercepted there by Kylie Roy. Benito, and they're going to call a football on McGagan. Good effort to get in the way of that pass, though. Good athletic play by McGagan there. Benito all the way into the offensive zone for Jeffrey. Jeffrey bounces it back for Connors. Looking to get around Rancourt. Kicks it out for Roy. Roy drives the lane, gets a shot up and gets it to go to extend the lead to 8 as we approach a minute left in the half. Quick foul called there on Brianna Bartley. And with the bonus in effect, Armstrong will go to the line for 2 once again. Missed a handful of free throws this weekend. And again, another unlucky roll around the rim for Armstrong. And a couple of unlucky bounces in short order for Armstrong. And it's another foul on Isabella McGagan. I believe that's going to be her 3rd of the game. Not the person you want at the free throw line if you're the Hurricanes. As Charlie Connors might be approaching double digits just in terms of foul shot points. And Charlie Connors has made it a double-digit lead, 31-21. Armstrong crosses half court. Good hesitation there by Armstrong, but misses the layup. Good, strong offensive rebound by Rancourt. And Connors doesn't like the call, but I think she's going to get called for a foul on the rebound opportunity. It's Connors' third foul of the game. She fouled out late yesterday. Rancourt good on the first attempt. Connors in foul trouble here today. Remember, it was Kylie Roy yesterday who was in foul trouble early for the Tommies. As Rancourt misses the second shot, Bartley collects the rebound, gets it over to Bedito. Up ahead quickly for Jeffrey. Jeffrey kicks it over to Hansen, back up for Jeffrey. Swings it to Bedito. Roy, good fake cut, gets the ball. Thought about a three-point shot. George disrupted that pass, but Jeffrey corrals it. Now it's Hansen in the paint. Kicks it out for Bartley, up and over Plaganoff. Also up and over the net as well, and Hansen knocks it out of bounds. 39.5 seconds before halftime. So 15 seconds difference between shot clock and game clock. Holland College down 9. George, pinned in the corner, now gets to Armstrong. Armstrong floats a shot up, doesn't get it. Good rebound by Brown, layup doesn't go. Third chance opportunity for Holland as Armstrong will now settle things down. Gives it to Rancourt. Rancourt, underhand shot doesn't go. We normally see Rancourt make those. But another third chance opportunity squandered by Holland College. And now 5 seconds left in the half. Roy for three. That's wide of the mark, and now Plaganoff can't corral the bouncing ball. And St. Thomas will go into halftime up 31-22 over the first place Holland Hurricanes, who are struggling to find themselves offensively here. Don't know if either team can be thrilled about the first half of play, but St. Thomas will take the result into the break. Up 9 against the Hurricanes on the road. We'll take a break for a few minutes and rejoin you at the end of halftime for the second half of play. St. Thomas going into the break, 31-22 lead over Holland College. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. ACAA women's basketball action visiting St. Thomas Tommies with a 9-point halftime lead over first place Holland College. As we run you through some of the key stats from the game, pretty even in terms of rebounds, but 21 turnovers is a lot for Holland College, and the main reason they're down 9 at the half. Individually, Charlie Connors is 10 for 10 from the free throw line, leads the way with 13 points. Melissa Jeffrey has 10 for the Tommies. Connors also with 6 rebounds, 5 of them in the offensive zone. And for the Hurricanes, it's Alexa Rancourt with 7 points. Lauren Armstrong leads the way with 6 rebounds. Molly Stedman has 5. But certainly turnovers, an area of focus here for Holland College. Entering the second half of play. And again, it's that time of year where we start doing some scoreboard watching out of town. Big standings implications in this game. Should this result stand and St. Thomas is victorious and Mount A is able to beat Kings this afternoon, that would vault Mount A into a tie with Holland for first place with a game in hand over the Hurricanes. So we'll bring you updates from that one. 4-4 early on in Halifax between the Mounties and the Blue Devils. But we've started second half of play here. Holland College with the Habs opening possession. Armstrong fates the shot, steps back. No one underneath the board for the rebound. And St. Thomas will counter. It's Paige LeBlanc. Down low for Connors. Again, 10 for 10 from the free throw line. 10 of her 13 points coming via the free throw. And can't get that shot to go. Good rebound there by Rancourt, who's knocked down. Refs will let it play on. Rancourt slow getting back into the action, but it's Connors for 3 off the back of the rim, and another rebound for Rancourt. So she's already up to 6 in the game. Armstrong was sitting at 6 at halftime, my mistake. Now here's Talbot with it. Talbot swings it over to Plaganoff, 5 on the shot clock. Plaganoff over to Armstrong. Gets around Vedito, puts up a shot at the buzzer. That doesn't go, and Kylie Roy is the only person around to collect the rebound. Vedito kicks it out to Jeffrey. Roy down low for Vedito. Vedito falling, gets called for the travel. Worth noting as well, Kylie Roy, 6 rebounds now. Averaging about 4 per game coming into this one. Blowing past that here. Nobody scores yet in this second half, and we're going to get a block called on Kylie Roy. Sorry, correction, that's an offensive foul charged to Alexa Rancourt. That's her 3rd of the game, so the defending ACAA Player of the Year in foul trouble early on here in the second half. A couple of hard collisions for Rancourt in the early stages of this third quarter. LeBlanc pinned on the sideline there. Kicks it all the way across the court to Vedito. She puts up a 3-point shot. That's off the rim. And Armstrong gets the rebound for the Hurricanes. Plaganoff up ahead for Talbot. Talbot swings it over to Armstrong. Armstrong wades her way in, and she will draw a foul. We didn't see who it's on. It's on Kylie Roy. Her 2nd of the game. And Rancourt and Connors guarding each other here, both in foul trouble, 3 each. Stedman, another offensive rebound for her. Talbot kicks it back for Rancourt. Plaganoff with space, long range 3 off the rim. And again, nobody around the board for Holland College. And STU is content to let the rebound just bounce out of bounds. Over 2 minutes into the quarter, nobody has hit the scoreboard yet. 31-22 was the halftime score. And that is off of the foot of Paige LeBlanc and out of bounds. Again, unforced errors was the theme of the first half. We're well on our way to seeing much more of that here in the third quarter. Armstrong, pick and roll there with Rancourt. Rancourt gets around Roy, can't get the shot to go though. Crashes the rebound and will get a jump ball, which will be awarded to St. Thomas. 2.5 minutes here into the quarter. Connors now up ahead for Roy, crosses half court. Benito steps around Plaganoff, now gets it back to Roy. Roy over to Jeffrey. Jeffrey down low for Connors. Connors swings it up top for Benito. 3-point shot by Katie Benito, and our first points of the second half are the first points for Katie Benito in this one. And it's a 12-point STU lead. Holland College has not had a lead in this game and now trail by 12 in the third quarter. Armstrong, another pick and roll with Rancourt. That's intercepted by Roy. Gets it ahead to Connors. Connors gets around Plaganoff and puts it home. As the Tommies pick the pace up at both ends of the court. And Armstrong called for the travel. Not a good start here for Holland. Down 14 now. Just over 3.5 minutes into this third quarter. Kylie Roy. Jeffrey for three. That's well wide of the mark. And Stedman watches that go out of bounds, and it will be Holland ball. Armstrong. Benito looked like she almost got a hand on that pass. Now Armstrong with numbers and space. Tries to go up and over Roy, doesn't. It's another rebound for Stedman. And she puts that one home. Molly Stedman now with 4 offensive rebounds in this game. As that's Bartley down low, trying to get around Stedman. And Plaganoff draws the foul, battling for the rebound. It's going to be Jeffrey called. And Holland takes possession. Talbot for Armstrong. Armstrong swings it all the way into the corner for Stedman. Baseline 2 misses. Connors takes the rebound. And good defensive hustle there by Brown, but it'll still be St. Thomas ball. Pair of subs coming in for St. Thomas. That's Vedito in the corner. Watched by Armstrong. Steves now for Hansen. Hansen watched by Plaganoff. That's off of Plaganoff's foot. And out of bounds, so football will be the call. 14 set to the shot clock. Steves, good defense by Brown, guarding on the inbound. Steves does get it in, now has it in the corner. Nice bounce pass around Brown into Vedito, and that pass up for Bartley for 3. Brianna Bartley. Her first points of the game. First points off of the bench by St. Thomas in this game as well. Talbot now. Wants Armstrong. Good team defense by the Tommies there, and Talbot goes up for the layup. Good turnover forced by Plaganoff, reading the play, gets it to Brown. Brown, she drives the lane, gets past Roy, and puts it home. Nikiva Brown, her first points of the game. And it's a 13-point lead for STU. Good effort there by Brown after the turnover forced by Plaganoff. Bartley almost loses her foot. Fedito, long three, well short. Plaganoff takes the rebound. She will go quickly back the other way. Bounce pass in for Stedman, and I think Roy's going to get called for the reach there. It's her third foul of the game. Can't fault Roy for the effort on that. Stedman would have been home clean. So good job by Roy to at least disrupt that play, but she now sits at 3 fouls. A trio of Tommies, all with 3 fouls. Roy, Jeffrey, and Connors. All very important, albeit in different areas of the game. Armstrong watched by LeBlanc. Floater shot goes up, no good, and Brown knocks that out of bounds. Holland College yet to capitalize on a 3-point shot in this game. They were 0 for 5 at halftime. Might need some here in the second half if they're going to come back. Down 13. Armstrong takes that rebound. So that gives her 8 in the game, and Armstrong goes coast to coast. Cuts the deficit to 11. See if the Hurricanes can sustain their defensive pressure here. Talbot. And Talbot forces Roy out of bounds on the baseline. So another good turnover forced by Holland there. It's starting to pick the pace up defensively here. Despite a couple of 3-point shots by the Tommies, not really able to find much offensively here through this third quarter. Another low-scoring quarter here. Talbot with it to George. 5 on the shot clock. George, that pass, well short of McGagan, and it's LeBlanc taking it up for the Tommies. Now it's Steves in the corner, all the way back up top for Hansen. Gives it to Bartley. Brianna Bartley down low to LeBlanc. LeBlanc gets around George, all the way back up top for Steves. Seems like a long shot clock here. That pass, I think, off of Brown and out of bounds. 7 on the shot clock here as Charlie Connors back into the game for Stu. And Stedman will come right back in for the Hurricanes. Over the top, LeBlanc, long range 3 off the rim. Good fight by Jeffrey to get past Talbot for the rebound. Gets it quickly down to Bartley. Now Connors has it down low. Connors goes up with the shot. George, good job to get her hands on that. And now it's Nikiva Brown up ahead for McGagan for 3. And Isabel McGagan, her first 3-pointer of the game, is the first of the game for Holland. And we have a timeout called, I believe, by St. Thomas. It's an 8-point Stu lead. So Holland maybe starting to claw their way back. They were down by as much as 15 in the quarter, but starting to get some turnovers in the defensive zone. End of one quarter in Halifax. Mount Allison leads Kings 17-11. Again, Holland trying to stay ahead of Mount A in the standings. Just a game ahead. So a loss by Holland here today and a win by Mount A would tie them in the standings. Quick reminder, about 20 minutes after this game ends, you can tune in on our Hurricanes YouTube feed for men's basketball action between St. Thomas and Holland. Press applied by Holland here. Jeffrey gets over half court. Pressure by Talbot there. Now it's McGagan applying pressure on LeBlanc, who gets around her. Bartley bobbles the pass. Stedman and McGagan dive in, and we have a jump ball. And possession will go to Holland. So good defensive pressure by Holland from the get-go there. And it's another turnover forced by the Hurricanes, and they're going to need more of those if they want to come back in this game. And I think LeBlanc is going to get called for a foul. Trying to intercept that pass intended for McGagan. Looked like they just ran into each other. Under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. That's LeBlanc's third foul now. So 4 Tommy starters sitting at 3 fouls in this game. And Steves intercepts that pass, but boots it out of bounds. Possession will stay with Holland, but they will have it in the backcourt. 11 on the shot clock. Less than 10 on the shot clock now, as Bartley almost intercepted that one. George leaves it for Stedman. Quick swing over to McGagan. She puts up another 3 off the front of the rim. And a good fight by Brown, but too aggressive on the fight. Brown turned around and took a shot well after the whistle went. Officials give her a talking to after that. Brown called for the foul on the rebound, though. Again, good aggressive play by the Hurricanes here, trying to match the physicality of STU. Bartley for 3. Off the back of the rim, rebound bounces around. Bartley gets her own rebound. Connors has it now. Trying to get around George. Stedman gets her long reach in there. Connors corrals it and capitalizes on the second chance opportunity. It's a 10-point lead once again as Brown loses the handle on it going to the net. It'll be St. Thomas ball. Steves takes the pass right back from LeBlanc, then gives it right back to her. Bartley with it. Up top for LeBlanc. Swings it over to Steves. Bounce pass down to Jeffrey. Talbot forces the turnover there. She got her leg in front of the pass. Long pass intended for Stedman, intercepted by Steves. LeBlanc, baseline jumper, makes good on that. Extends the lead once again to 12 for STU. Brown loses the handle again, keeps possession, gets it over to George. George calmly gets it over to Talbot. McGagan in the corner for 3. Off the back of the rim. Brown takes the rebound away from Bartley. Up top for McGagan. 8 seconds and counting on the shot clock. Now 5. Talbot looking for someone. McGagan for 3. Beats the buzzer but can't get the shot to drop. And now St. Thomas with 5 seconds left in the quarter with an extra possession. Jeffrey, good pressure applied there by Talbot to kill the clock and not allow St. Thomas to even get a shot off. But it is St. Thomas. A slow quarter, only 21 points combined in that quarter. But it is St. Thomas with a 12-point lead on the road as we head towards the fourth quarter of action. We'll step aside for a moment and rejoin you with the stats through 3 quarters as we approach fourth quarter action here in Charlottetown. Fourth quarter action about to tip off here in Charlottetown. The visiting St. Thomas Tommies leading the Hurricanes 43-31. And there are your stats through 3 quarters. Again, St. Thomas automatic from the free throw line. Holland College with the edge in rebounds, but 30 turnovers through 3 quarters. Definitely an area of concern, although Holland College starting to pick up the pace defensively towards the end of that third quarter. We'll see if they can sustain that and create more turnovers as they look to mount a fourth quarter comeback. Down 12. And Plaganoff starting by getting her foot in the passing lane there. Saw quite a bit of that in the third quarter from the Hurricanes. And Armstrong forces the turnover quickly. And she looks to go coast to coast. Now wheels back, gets it back to Plaganoff. Quick release for 3 off the front of the rim, and Paige LeBlanc has the rebound for the Tommies. Look for the Canes to activate Plaganoff from beyond the 3-point line here in the fourth. Looking to come back from 12 points down. Connors calmly puts that up and over Rancourt. Charlie Connors now with 19 points in this game. Again, a game that could end up having a big effect on the standings here in the ACAA. Rancourt swings it over to Plaganoff, fakes the 3, lays the body on Jeffrey, then puts up a 3-point shot that's well off the mark. And then Connors bumps Plaganoff, so a lot of contact going uncalled here for Holland College. And it's Jeffrey now with it. Connors for Steves. Steves swings it over to Jeffrey. Jeffrey watched by Plaganoff. Bounce pass to LeBlanc. Swings it over to Bartley. 5 on the shot clock for Brianna Bartley. And she steps on the sideline, so another unforced error there by the Tommies. And the Hurricanes, despite allowing a few points in short order here to start the quarter, still in this, down 14. But that is taken away by LeBlanc. Great play by Stedman to pick her pocket and knock it out of bounds. Jeffrey to inbound. Connors swings that one all the way up for LeBlanc. Pedito now, bounce pass into Roy. Roy bodies Talbot. And Kylie Roy making an impact here in the fourth quarter. As it's a 16-point STU lead, their biggest lead of the game. Armstrong, jump shot. And Lauren Armstrong up to 9 points and 8 rebounds in this game, unofficially. Connors for 3. Off the front of the rim. Pedito can't secure the rebound, and Armstrong takes that for Holland. Watched there by Jeffrey. Once Rancourt at the free throw line, gives it to her. Rancourt looking for something. Turns it over to Roy. Roy up ahead for Jeffrey. Jeffrey watched by Talbot. Gets it to Pedito. Now Roy watched by Plaganoff. Swings it to Connors. Connors down low for Roy. Roy gets around Plaganoff. Can't get around Armstrong. Armstrong tries to plead her case to the officials, but will get called for the foul. Only her second of the game. But Kylie Roy to the line for 2. St. Thomas continuing to go 100% from the free throw line. See if Roy can make it a 16-point lead once again. Just short on that one, so the first free throw missed by the Tommies this afternoon. And a jump ball will be awarded to Holland College. Good effort by the 2 number 9s, Jeffrey and Rancourt. Carissa George up ahead quickly to Isabel McGagan. McGagan with the only three-pointer of the game for Holland College. Rancourt looked like she took too many steps, and the officials agree. Lucky break for St. Thomas there, as it looked like they were going to get called for a foul. Jeffrey pushes the pace here for STU. Up by 15. Roy gets around George, gets around Plaganoff, and Plaganoff made contact with Roy up high. It's Plaganoff's third foul. Looked like she got Roy up in or near the face. And Chris Connolly will call timeout for Holland College. So again, about 20 minutes after this game ends, you can tune in for men's basketball action between these two schools. St. Thomas with a 48-33 lead here in the fourth quarter. Again, standings implications. Mount Allison leads Kings by 8 halfway through the second quarter. If that score holds and St. Thomas can hang on here, Mount A would move into a tie for first place with Holland. Holland will be back in action next Saturday. They will host the 1-11 Crandall Chargers. Tip-off time, 2 o'clock on Saturday, 1 o'clock on Sunday, as Crandall will play back-to-back games here in Charlottetown. And then the weekend after that, the marquee matchup of the season perhaps, as Mount Allison, who, as mentioned, could be in first place by the end of today, tied with Holland. Mount Allison will visit Holland 2 weeks from now for a pair of games on Saturday and Sunday. Still lots of time left, 6:49. But again, Holland will be keeping an eye on the clock here, down 15. Need a lot of offense and a lot of it quickly, but they are a team who's capable of that, as LeBlanc steps out of bounds after her shot attempt fails to reach the net. Carissa George now, over to Talbot. Here's Lauren Armstrong, the conference's leading scorer. Quiet game offensively for her, only 9 points. Here's George, runs the baseline. Tries to swing it out, intercepted by Jeffrey. Nobody was home for the Hurricanes. And LeBlanc with it now. Gets it to Jeffrey, long three off the front of the rim, and Talbot is the only person around for the rebound for the Hurricanes. Another important stop there. Every possession extremely important now for Holland, but again, it's Vedito with the defensive rebound with no Hurricane around in the offensive zone. Hansen takes her time, finds Jeffrey. Jeffrey swings it wide. Roy for three. Kylie Roy off the mark. Armstrong with the rebound. Puts Armstrong, by my count, at 10 rebounds for the game. So 1 point away from another double-double for Lauren Armstrong. Substitutions for the Tommies. Armstrong, top of the key, watched by Claudia Steves. Armstrong falling, gets it over to Stedman. Great effort by Armstrong to get it to Stedman. Stedman finds George, who can't find the shot. And it's another foul on Nikiva Brown. Again, love the effort by Brown, but just a little too aggressive chasing after some of those rebound attempts. And a quick check of the online stats. Armstrong is at 10 rebounds today. Blocked by George there on Roy. Roy, second chance, third chance opportunity, draws the foul. And Carissa George called for the foul on that. Again, great effort by Kylie Roy. Not pouring it on with the points is Kylie Roy, but 5 rebounds in the first half, 3 by my count here in the second, so making a big impact on the game nonetheless. 8 points, 8 rebounds for Roy in the game. Roy 2 for 2, and it's 17-point STU lead. Almost halfway through this fourth quarter, 5:09 left. Armstrong up ahead for Rancourt. Rancourt leaves it for Stedman. Stedman drives the lane, swings it over to Plaganoff. Plaganoff back for Stedman. Corner of the key, off the rim, and once again, not a hurricane in sight as the Tommies will calmly and coolly get across half court. Steves, bounce pass down low to Roy. Roy puts a shot up. That's no good. Another rebound for Roy. And she draws the foul. I believe that's going to be on Rancourt, her 4th. This is Rancourt's 4th. And St. Thomas already with the bonus with 4.5 minutes left. Roy misses the second shot. Vedito, good interception there, reading the play. Getting her long reach in the way of that pass. Connors leaves it for Vedito. 3-point shot, and we've seen her do it a handful of times this weekend. Katie Vedito from depth opens up a 21-point STU lead. This would be a big upset in the ACAA standings. Again, 5th place, St. Thomas, leading 1st place Holland by 21 here late in the 4th. Stedman down low, spins and shoots, can't get it to go, and LeBlanc takes the rebound for St. Thomas. Roy up top for Steves. Steves wants Vedito, who clears out, clearing space for LeBlanc. That pass knocked away by Plaganoff. Still St. Thomas ball as they'll make subs. It's Kylie Roy making her way to the sideline. 10 points, 11 rebounds for Kylie Roy this afternoon. So a well-earned double-double for her. Connors had her dribble but chose to pass it off. Now here's Hansen, baseline. Back up top for Steves. She steps back for 3 off the rim. And that's a rebound by Lauren Armstrong. And she now has 11 rebounds in this game. Rancourt spins around Hansen. Left-hand layup. And she'll get the hoop and the harm. Alexa Rancourt. Could very well be too little too late here for Holland, but good effort by Rancourt. So good at driving the lane is Alexa Rancourt. Most of her points come from right underneath that basket as Rancourt now went to double digits in points with 10. Connors, watched by Rancourt. Those two have been going at it most of the afternoon. Jeffrey drives past Plaganoff, loses the handle, and it will be Holland ball. Under 3 minutes to go, down 18. Now Holland might just be looking to gain a little momentum going into next weekend. Again, 2 more home games for Holland next weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Great feed there by Armstrong to find Carissa George for her first points of the game. We'll remind you, 2 o'clock next Saturday, Crandall will visit Holland College. 2 and 4, the times for the women and men respectively. Connors for 3, off the rim. Stedman with another rebound. Men's game coming up about 20 minutes after this one. 2 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Plaganoff and the Hurricanes down 16. That pass over the head of George. Off her hand and out of bounds. As STU calls timeout. Maybe looking to get a couple more subs in. Up 16 late here in the fourth quarter. Out-of-town scoreboard, Mount A leading by 1 at halftime as they visit the University of King's College Blue Devils. Van Allison only has 1 game next weekend, but it'll be a tough one at Mount St. Vincent before traveling across the bridge to come right here to Charlottetown to visit Holland College in 2 weeks' time. Bit of a gauntlet for the Mounties late here in the season. As teams now begin to jostle each other for playoff positioning. STU looking to move up the standings themselves. That pass by Bartley. Miscommunication between her and Jeffrey, and that bounces harmlessly out of bounds. George will bring the ball up for Holland. Gets it over to Armstrong. Armstrong wants Plaganoff. Plaganoff puts up a 3. That's off the mark. George battling for the rebound, and they're going to say jump ball. And that will be STU ball. So win here for STU. They're currently 8 points back of Kings, so they might be watching that scoreboard as well from Halifax today. Win here. Looks like this score is going to stand with 1.5 minutes left. This would start to close the gap. STU with a couple of games at hand on Kings. This is STU's 10th game of the year. Kings playing their 12th currently. Should close the gap to 6 points between 5th and 4th place. Plaganoff, another long 3. Off the front of the rim, George takes the rebound. Gets it to Armstrong, fakes the 3. All the way back up, Plaganoff again from 3. Off the rim again. And once again, it's Molly Stedman, her 10th rebound of the game. And the jump ball will be Holland's this time, 1:12 left. George takes the quick inbound there from Armstrong. Armstrong finds Stedman, now Plaganoff with it. Leaves for Stedman. Stedman now for Rancourt. Rancourt. That pass off of, looked like it was off of a STU player and out of bounds, but it doesn't matter as the shot clock expired. So with just under a minute to go, STU up 16. And Roy stepped on the sideline after taking a little bit of contact from Amy Plaganoff. .45 seconds and counting to go here in the fourth quarter. Holland down 16. Quiet game offensively for Holland College. Plaganoff finds Stedman. Great pass, but Stedman couldn't capitalize on it. As Badito takes the rebound. And now it's Connors up ahead for the Tommies. There's about a 4-second difference between shot clock and game clock. So Holland may get another possession here. As the shot clock winds down, Jeffrey goes up. Roy takes the rebound. And with time winding down, no shot clock now. And STU, after a hard-fought loss yesterday, makes a statement with a big 16-point victory to drop Holland to 9-3. As the focus atop the ACAA standings now shifts to the result of that Mount Allison Kings game. Reminder, next Holland College women's basketball game, 2 o'clock next Saturday at home against Crandall. Come down to the MCCE in Charlottetown or tune in on YouTube for that one. Tip-off is 2 o'clock. And in about 20 minutes' time, we'll have the men's game between STU and Holland College. Thanks very much for joining us on your Sunday afternoon. We'll see you again next time.